Making it to the playoffs is one thing, but that's when the pressure really sets in. Because for us and our fans, there's only one acceptable outcome: a win on Super Bowl Sunday. Losing him was a major blow to our playbook, but we wouldn't find out just how much of an advantage it was to our opponents until we were facing them.
Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And playoff games in and of themselves, we know they're pressure-filled. That's not breaking any news, but you have to wonder how much added pressure this team feels, given that a perfect season is on the line. They heard it during the regular season. Now they've sat at home for 2 weeks hearing about it. Can they handle that as well as the team that they're facing in order to try and advance?
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Operating from the gun. Hammer. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. So, Charles, here we are in the playoffs, and this rookie quarterback likely a front run. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, 54 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And it wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the 1 touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
Now Burrow on first down. That's caught by Hollister. That catch good for only a couple. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to...
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Max Crosby. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Brandon, never ceases to amaze me just how fast these defensive ends are in the game nowadays. Part of that is what we've seen in college football, where they've gotten smaller and faster on the defensive side of the ball, but they've brought that to...
Now Burrow loses the football, and the Raiders pick it up, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
The trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down.
Now they run with Mixon. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Joe Burrow sacked. Fumble on the play.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, Burrow. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Burrow's pass intended for Jacob Hollister.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And this will be out of bounds at the 1 here, the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he was scored. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, 88 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Boy, and now they're going to fake it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. going to be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
Holding offense.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Bengals, nothing.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Green. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down.
It's third down.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Jones on the return. Bust through the tackle. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Hammer. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A good throw right there by the rookie. Charles, if you're looking at things that he needs to do to be successful in the playoffs, what would you say?
I'd say that his team, in designing what they're going to do, play to his strengths. Get him comfortable early. Let him make the kind of throws that are most effective for him. But you'll have to dress it up a little bit differently. Otherwise, they've seen all of this. They've scouted it. So maybe you show the formations a little bit different and get back to your basic plays.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. From the gun, Hammer. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 more yards there and another first down. A nice throw there, CD. And, you know, we mentioned him being here in the playoffs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top two options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? But a lot of offenses say touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, give them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Ball loses the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Here's Jones. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First play of the drive there is incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Well, this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll find Williams on the slate. And the Raiders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as his guys continue to pour it on.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And now here's Ross. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Burrow. He's got his man here. It's Green. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of...
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They'll try their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
To the air again, Burrow. This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, it's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And Burrow going to throw again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. seconds of the first half, and the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you to our EA studios. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Now roster return. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
But how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put... And that's a touchdown. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't good?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Selma, man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. They'll stay on the ground, mix it again, and nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Jones breaking from the contact. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
4-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. First in a row, 56 yards. And the Raiders are pouring it on.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown.
Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And now here's Ross. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Steps away to his left. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw. Now Burrow loses the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Recovered.
What part of they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And now he's going to use his legs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. We've seen this already from him in this game. 2nd time he's into the end zone with a rushing touchdown.
So the head coach is going to have a meeting with the owner this week. You know why? He's got to let the owner know, I know you wrote the check for his arm, but we're going to make him a part of our running game too. This guy can do it all. Let's see where he takes us.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Now Ross to return. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
He'll air this one out for Boyd. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
On the coverage.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. Burrow loses the football, and the Raiders have recovered.
The quarterback taken
And
down.
with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes, but it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth
Yeah, you'd
quarter.
say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. A run on first down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with...
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
The week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season, get his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side. Loses the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a foot?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. It's their quarterback, saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. first down. Here's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
3 at the 32-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Points the target, and he has it over the middle.
Burrow's pass.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Raiders have recovered.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. That's complete to John Ross. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
3.
Now Burrow toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Complete to A.J. Green.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Short pass to the tight end, Hollister. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And a throw there going to be incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off a big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Raiders are moving on. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Celebration time tonight on the Strip as we say so long from Las Vegas.